as Radford continuing to hold on to that momentum that closed out the first half of play, and now an opportunity to cut into this deficit just a little bit more. Nearly stolen away on the pass. Shanntay Stroman secures it up top. Into the corner it goes for Radford. Lila Matthews' three-point try goes long, and Angel Stephenson tracks down the miss for her 5th rebound of the game. She passes it ahead to her older sister, Alina, and Alina is fouled on the way up. She'll head to the line for a pair of free throws, and that is almost automatic typically for the very talented junior forward this season. 79% free throw shooter as she goes 2 for 2 right there. Puts it back up to an 8-point lead for the Falcons, 22-14.
We'll see what Radford's strategy is here tonight.
One thing that was very effective when you get the Stephensons off the floor, another steal. Arvin came up with it. Pitch ahead pass to Isabella Baker, and Baker gets the layup to drop. It's a 10-point lead for Kalani. Keep an eye on as this one continues. And immediately she'll head to the bench, as I mentioned, the 3rd foul for the star forward for the Falcons.
Yeah, good news for Kalani is they have that 10-point lead, so you can kind of be more conservative with Alina Stephenson, as Radford does get a bucket down low. But what I was alluding to is if let's say this was a tie game as Radford steals the ball back, you probably wouldn't sub her out right there, but Kalani has that flexibility.
Yeah, you do have that flexibility, but we'll see for how long. Corin Dawes gets a layup to drop and then immediately comes up with a steal on the press, and then Shanntay Stroman gets fouled on the way up. So the leading scorer this year for Radford will head to the line for an opportunity at 2 more points. The first free throw drops on through. Cut it to a 7-point deficit for the Rams, 24-17. And Radford, they've been known to do this year. Continues to fight throughout the night. A lot of games decided by single digits as the second free throw no good. But once again, there's Corin Dawes putting back the miss. And the possession arrow favors Radford. So it'll be baseline out of bounds for the Rams with 23 on the shot clock. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Inbound goes to Corin Dawes, and Dawes gets it ripped away by Mia Garvin, who gets it ripped away right back by Lila Edwards. Lila Matthews. Matthews makes a quick pass cross-court down low to Naomi Hagler, and Hagler is hit on the way up, and the foul's starting to mount for Kalani.
They're chipping away at the deficit by getting to the free throw line. You don't take time off the clock. You can take your time and hopefully for Radford's sake, make the second half of the 2 free throws here.
Even bigger, as we mentioned before, it depends on which players you get into foul trouble as well. When it's the Stephenson sisters who do the majority of the scoring, right? Second free throw goes down, and all of a sudden a 4-point game. Radford has come alive on offense since Alina Stephenson went to the bench. Another turnover by Kalani, a bad pass cross-court by Mia Garvin. And here comes Radford with an opportunity to pull within a bucket for the first time since the first half. Corin Dawes at the right elbow, kicks it over to Lila Matthews. Matthews, right-hand drive, finds it back. Dawes on the left block, and Dawes muscles it through. Corin Dawes with 6 points here in the 3rd quarter, and Kalani needs a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll step aside as well as the Rams have come roaring back. 24-22 your score. Kalani still leads, but only by 2. 4:16 remaining here in the 3rd quarter of play. You're listening to OIA Girls Basketball on the Hawaii Sports Radio Network. Into the front court to Alina, and Alina Stephenson lays it up and lays it in. Good teamwork there between the sisters, and another assist for Angel Stephenson, her 3rd of the night, as she's doing a little bit of everything. Offensive foul. Nice drive by the left, or with the left hand by Shanntay Stroman. And back to 2 points goes the deficit for Radford. With 1:24 left in the 3rd quarter, she picked up her 4th foul. We don't know when we'll see her again in the 3rd. And a foul going to be called against Kalani. And it looks like Alina Stephenson's the culprit.
But Stephenson very fortunate to still be in this ball game after a bit of a frustration exclamation there.
Ooh, and a one-handed free throw from Jordan England.
Did we get that on video, Michael?
And when we say a one-handed free throw, for those of you in gym class, if you remember the, weigh it, turn it, shoot it, wave it high or send it high and wave goodbye. That's the level of one-handed free throw we just got from Jordan England. Her left hand behind her back, the right hand goes up, and it's a perfect 2-for-2 trip for the sophomore forward Jordan England. And we're tied at 26 with 1:21 left here in the third. And something to note, Radford does have a foul to give with 14 seconds to go. Alina Stephenson back into the game with her 4 fouls. Drives down the lane, puts up the left-handed layup, gets it to drop with 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kalani back ahead, 28-26. Stroman will put it up at the horn. Too strong off glass, no good. And Alina Stephenson provides a 2-point lead heading into the final quarter of play for Kalani. 28-26. You have active hands anytime you see Rams across the lane.
And the tough part here for Kalani, as we see a putback bucket by Radford to tie it up at 28, is with
6.5 minutes left to play here at Kalani High School. First round OIA D1 girls basketball action. On the left wing is Stroman. Her three-point try goes off back iron, no good. Missed track down by Matthews. Here's a pull-up from Arshalin Agmada, and that one's off the mark. Out of the pack comes Alina Stephenson. Stephenson goes, and she'll be hit on the way up. Alina Stephenson with an opportunity to put Kalani back ahead.
a couple of free throws here for Alina Stephenson.
First free throw rattles around and through for Stephenson. Second free throw is perfect. A 2-point lead for Kalani, 30-28 with 6:01 left to play. As Alina Stephenson over 15 points tonight. Once again, a double-digit score right around her season's average. Corin Doss can't get the layup to drop. Nice job by both Stephenson sisters to go straight up right there. And then Isabel Baker is going to be whistled for the hand check foul.
Yeah, Radford fortunate not to get tied up there. It was close as both players were on the ground, but I think as that ball kind of squirted away, Baker left her hands in the cookie jar too long, and that led to the foul call.
Stroman on the left wing will try again for three, and she finally drills one. Shanntay Stroman gives Radford the lead, 31-30 with 5.5 left to play. Back here in Kalani, where the Falcons still trail the Rams after the second free throw for Garvin is no good. Robinson tracks down the miss, and then Angel Stephenson gets the layup to drop and the foul. Kalani's fans go crazy, and the Falcons go back in front, 32-31 with 3:56 left to play.
And the cool thing about that, Paul, was you had Robinson getting the rebound and the no-look pass into the lane, and then the freshman Angel Stephenson with the deuce.
Free throw too strong by Stephenson. Robinson gets the rebound again, and she's hit. Hasina Robinson, the sophomore forward off the bench, providing a huge spark for the Falcons here in the fourth quarter. Team at 57% this year. The first free throw drops to the delight of the crowd for Hasina Robinson. Now a 2-point advantage for the Falcons, 33-31. As we're under 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Had herself a big third quarter in the comeback for Radford. Looking to continue to help the Rams try and upset the Falcons on their home floor. A beautiful feed right there by number 2, Arshalin Agmada. Gets it down to Naomi Hagler, and Hagler ties this up at 33. Stevenson works it into the front court. Euro step into the lane, gets the layup to drop.
The 1-on-4 for 2.
Angel Stephenson into double figures. She's got a double-double. Kalani back in front. Then 10 points. Win or loss, back in December 6th at Sacred Hearts, a 41-34 victory. Here's a wide-open three-point try. Drills it. Rain Chinen, perhaps with the dagger, a 5-point lead for Kalani. 90 ticks left to go. Stroman drives the lane and is fouled on the left-handed layup attempt.
And we've said it time after time, you got to make your free throws. Radford shooting close to 40%, not going to get it done, especially in the playoffs against a great team like Kalani.
Second free throw drops for Stroman, makes it a 4-point game, 38-34 with 1:25 remaining. Full court man press look by Radford. And Radford comes up with a steal. Mia Garvin tossed it away. Here comes Stroman quickly, puts it up and puts it in. Shanntay Stroman with the right-handed layup. to drop it down to a 38-36 deficit for Radford. And the Rams quickly call for timeout, feeling some momentum once again. Kylie Awakuni gets it into the front court, breaking the press of Radford for Kalani. Garvin driving against Stroman. Around the arc she goes, back out for Chinen. Rolls around the rim and through. And now Chinen's got it raining late. Back up to a 5-point lead. Right back at you, says Lila Matthews. That one rolls around and out. Robinson gets the rebound, but then tosses it away right to Matthews, who's then fouled. Matthews, not a big free throw shooter, didn't take any during OIA play, but banks that one in to drop it down to a 4-point deficit for the Rams, 41-37 with 43 seconds to play. Full court press is gonna work once again. Radford gets Kalani to toss it away, and because nobody touched it, I believe the ball should be back down on the baseline for Radford. The point of full court pressure is to speed you up, to make you settle for things that you wouldn't otherwise settle for. Here's Stroman, left wing three, knocks it down. Shanntay Stroman's second three-pointer of the fourth quarter, and Radford is alive, 41-40. The Rams still trail the Falcons with 39.3 seconds to go. Radford calls for timeout. They get it in cleanly to Mia Garvin. Garvin with 15 on the shot clock, drives with the left, takes it in, hands it off to Hasina Robinson. Robinson tosses it out, ball tracked down by Kylie Awakuni, and Awakuni is going to be fouled. Lila Matthews whistled for the infraction, and Awakuni will head to the line with an opportunity to increase this lead by 1 or 2. Some massive free throws upcoming for the junior guard.
So I'm going to get ahead of myself here, Paul, but if she makes at least one, would you then foul the Radford Rams if it's anybody other than Stroman?
And she does, in fact, make one as it becomes a 2-point lead, and make them earn it down the stretch. Second free throw on the way. Off the iron, no good. Ball tracked down. Saved by Angel Stephenson. What a play by the freshman. Ball made its way out back to Awakuni, and Kalani will have an opportunity to ice it from the line with 4.1 seconds left to play. Great hustle by Alina Stephenson, or pardon me, by Angel Stephenson, the freshman forward. And she might have just punched the ticket to the second round for the Falcons.
And what do we say in our keys to the game? Get those rebounds and get second chance opportunities. What better way to do it than with 4.1 seconds left in the game, putting your team up by 3 with that first free throw?
Awakuni's first free throw goes down, second one on the way. This one to make it a 2-possession game. It's up, off back iron, and drops through. A 4-point lead for Kalani. The Falcons coaching staff says not to foul. Stroman puts it up. It's no good, and the Falcons survive here in the opening round of the OIA Division I girls basketball playoffs. They'll advance to face Mililani, the top seed out of the West.